Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel in Tech with Pranita. In today's video, we are going to learn about implicit cursor and explicit cursor in PLSQL. Let's understand these topics in very simple language. So, first upon is what is cursor? A cursor is a temporary memory area used by a Oracle to process SQL statement and their results. In simple words, a SQL helps PLSQL handle and data returns or affected by a SQL. There are two main types of cursor. First one is a implicit cursor and second one is a explicit cursor. So let's understand first one is a implicit cursor. The implicit cursor is automatically created and managed by a Oracle. The programmer does not need to declare, open, fetch or close the cursor is manually. Oracle automatically performs these operations in the backgrounds. Then implicit cursors are commonly associated with SQL statements such as the first one is a insert, update, delete and select into. So, Oracle also provides an important implicit cursors and attributes. So, let's understand one by one. Okay, first one is a SQL found. So, how to write? वेट मैं यहाँ पे थोड़ा साइज बढ़ा देती हूँ तो आपको अच्छे से विजिबल होगा. ओके, फर्स्ट वन इज अ SQL found. सो सॉरी फाउंड, तो इसको ऐसे लिखते हैं SQL then percentage then found keyword. This is first important attributes. Then what is the meaning of SQL founds? It tells whether a row was affected. Means this is meaning is a row was affected. Okay, this is first. Second one is a SQL not found. So see SQL then percentage not found. So इसको ऐसे लिखते हैं SQL then percentage not found. So what is the meaning of SQL not found? It tells whether a row was not affected. Means row was not affected. Okay. Then third one is a SQL row count. So इसको भी देखते हैं SQL then percentage row count. इसको ऐसे लिखते हैं. So what third one is a SQL row counts. What is mean by SQL row counts? The tells the number of rows are affected. So number of rows will be affected. So let's check number of rows affected. So मैं यहाँ पे आपको लाइन बाय लाइन सब एट्रीब्यूट्स का मीनिंग भी आपको यहाँ पे दिखा रही हूँ. So last one is a SQL open. Sorry, SQL is open. So, okay, last one is a SQL percentage is open. Tells whether the cursor is open. Simple meaning is cursor is open. So remember, implicit cursors are automatically managed by the Oracle, and these four attributes is the most important attributes. So okay, next most important topic is explicit cursor. An explicit cursor is a created and controlled by the programmer. It is mainly used when a query returns multiple rows and we want to process those rows one by one. In an explicit cursor, the programmer controls cursor using four main steps. First one is a, see here, explicit cursor. Cursor. So programmer mainly four steps will be follow. First one is a declare cursor. Okay. First we declare the cursor and specify the SQL queries. Then second one is a open. Next we open the cursor. This execute the query and prepares the result for a processing. Then third one is a fetch. Okay. Then we fetch the records from the cursor. The records can be processed one by more. Sorry, one or more or one by one. Then fourth one is a close. Okay, finally we close the cursor after completing the processing. So remember, declare, open, fetch and close. This most of the steps will be follow the program. Okay guys, easy tricks to remember. Just remember implicit cursor is automatically triggered. Then second one is a explicit cursor is manually means programmer will be write using these steps. First is a declare, second one is a open, third one is a fetch and last one is a close. So that's all for the today's video. Today's we'll learn what is cursor is, then meaning of implicit and explicit cursor. There are main characteristics and basics for the implicit and explicit cursor. I hope these explanations was easy to understand. If you found this video is helpful, then like, share and subscribe to Tech with Pranita. Thank you for watching this video.